Hello students, good morning. We'll continue with our lecture in biology in which we were studying kingdom fungi. Now the organisms that belong to this kingdom fungi show the following characteristic features. What are the characteristic features of these organisms in kingdom fungi? So let us list down the general characters first. So these organisms which belong to the kingdom fungi, these are eukaryotic, heterotrophs. Okay? In heterotrophs, these are saprophytic or parasitic. Some of these forms will be disease causing. So these are saprophytic or parasitic. These organisms show extracellular digestion. How is their digestion? Extracellular digestion. As I said, in our bodies, the food is digested in our digestive system. So that is intracellular digestion. Here they will first digest the food outside the body and then the digested food will be absorbed by them. So that is extracellular digestion. These are unicellular like the yeast or multicellular. So these forms may be made up of single cell but eukaryotic or are multicellular. Okay, multicellular organisms, multicellular fungi. Show, what do they show? Filamentous body form. How is their body? Filamentous, made up of filaments. Okay, this body is called, this filamentous body is called mycelium. What is it called? Mycelium. Okay, mycelium is made up of thread-like hyphae. Singular is hypha, plural is hyphae. Mycelium is made up of thread-like hyphae. Okay. This hyphae, singular will be hypha. The hypha may be septate. Septate का मतलब they will have partition in between. That is septate. So the hypha may be septate or non-septate. There won't be any partition in between. So hypha may be septate or hypha may be non-septate. Like when the hypha is septate, it will have such partitions and the entire hypha will be showing cellular organization in this manner. Whereas in non-septate, there won't be the partition and all the nuclei seem to lie in one hypha. So one hypha will have many nucleated condition. Okay, this is called as cenocytic condition. The non-septate hypha have multinucleate condition. They will have many nuclei in them. So that is multinucleate. So non-septate hypha have multinucleate condition. This is cenocytic. What is this condition called as? Cenocytic hyphae. or cenocytic hypha, as we are considering singular, one hypha, many hyphae, one hypha. Okay? So what is cenocytic hypha? When the hypha is non-septate, it will have many nuclei in the single hypha. Then such multinucleated condition of the hypha will be called as cenocytic hypha. Then hypha will be termed as cenocytic hypha. Getting it? Okay. The next important characteristic is that fungi reproduce. Their mode of reproduction will be asexual. So without including the sex organs, asexually or sexually, they will include the sex organs. Okay? So fungi will reproduce asexually or sexually. When they reproduce asexually, so asexual mode of reproduction will be by formation of, they will form spores. Okay, so they will form spores in specialized bodies called as the sporangium. Okay, students, you must have seen that if you keep, say for example, a piece of bread or pickle, if it remains open or exposed in, especially in this rainy season, moist condition, you will find that after 2 or 3 days you will have firstly some white cottony matter over it, and then it becomes blackish in color. This is nothing but the bread mold. What is it? Bread mold. Jala commonly upon Marathi manto ki burshi lagli. Correct? So this bread mold firstly will be white because at that time it has only the mycelium, which is made up of many hyphae which are thread-like, cotton thread-like things. So they appear cottony, whitish matter. After these hypha mature, some of the hypha are going to form the sporangiophores bearing the sporangium. And these sporangia produces black colored spores. What do they produce? Black colored spores. Then the entire thing, ही बुरशी नंतर कशी दिसते? काळी दिसते. So that fungus that is appearing over there, the mucor, it will appear blackish in color because it produces spores. These spores will be given out in air, they will settle down on new matter, germinate over there, produce new mycelium and keep on reproducing in this manner. Such type of reproduction is by formation of spores. So asexually, fungus reproduces by formation of spores or it reproduces by formation of conidia. What are these? Conidia. Conidium. Okay. Then if you go for the habitat, where do you find this? We find them growing where? Where do the fungus generally grow? They will grow in moist conditions. So you will find these growing in moist places. Where does it grow? Moist places. Okay, fungus grows in moist places. Then other important point in this is some fungi are symbiotic. That means what? These fungi live in association with other living organisms, helping each other. Such type of association where 2 or more organisms live together and help each other, benefit each other. Such association is called as the symbiotic association. What is it called? Symbiotic association. And in what association? Fungi is symbiotically living in association with algae. then algae and fungi form what is called as leaf chain or lichen. Okay? Or we find this fungi associated with plant roots, especially the roots of such roots are called as mycorrhizae. What are they called? Mycorrhizae. So, symbiotic association will be, example will be lichen and mycorrhiza. Okay, so these are the general characteristics of the kingdom fungi that you have to remember. After studying the general characteristics of this kingdom fungi, let us go for the classification of kingdom fungi. Depending upon what type of fruiting body the fungus has. Okay? Depending upon the type of fruiting body, the mode of spore formation and the general body structure, the fungi are classified into 4 different categories. So we will go for the classification of fungi. Okay. Now for this classification, let us make a flow chart. Okay, and in the form of flow chart, we will pen down the important characteristic features of that particular class with the examples. Okay, so let us go for the flow chart, which will give us the classification of this kingdom fungi. So, kingdom fungi. Now, what are the criteria for classification? So, let us go for what are we showing over here? Classification of kingdom fungi. Let us first write down the criteria of classification. What do you mean by criteria? Criteria म्हणजे निकष. कशाच्या आधारे आपण हे क्लासिफिकेशन करतो आहे? On what basis are we classifying these organisms? So those points that we take into consideration for classification, okay, will be called as criteria of classification. So let us first note down the criteria, the basis, the basic points taken into consideration for classifying this fungus, classifying these organisms of kingdom fungi. Now, the classification will be on the basis of structure, second, mode of spore formation, okay, in what way do they form the spores, and shape of fruiting body. Shape of what? Fruiting bodies. Okay. Now what are these fruiting bodies? I will just give you an example. See, now it is the rainy season, right? And in this rainy season, you will find such structures growing everywhere. Have you seen these structures? Obviously, every one of you must have seen this, correct? पाहिले ना? विचारलं तर तुम्ही लगेच सांगणार. What is this? This is nothing but you call it as mushroom. मराठी त्यांना आपण म्हणतो कुत्र्यांच्या छत्र्या. Okay. Now these are the mushrooms. Correct? You see this white umbrella-like things growing everywhere. Okay? Now, this part of the mushroom, if you just pick up a mushroom and just fold it upside down and look, you will find that on the inner side, okay, on the inner side, this will have such type of ridges. Okay, and this will produce, in fact, what is this? This part is nothing but what we call as the fruiting body. What is it? The fruiting body which produces the spores. Getting it? So every fungus has a different type of fruiting body, and depending upon the shape of the fruiting body, the kingdom fungi will be classified into how many classes? There will be classification into 4 different classes. The first will be Phycomycetes. The second is Ascomycetes. Okay, the third will be Basidiomycetes. And the fourth will be Deuteromycetes. Okay, so what are the 4 classes? Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteromycetes. Okay, the Phycomycetes are commonly called as the algal fungi. The Ascomycetes are the sac fungi. The Basidiomycetes are the club fungi. And the Deuteromycetes are imperfect fungi. What are these? Imperfect fungi. Okay? Now when we go for this 4 types of or 4 classes of fungi, the algal fungi or the Phycomycetes will have mycelium. What are the features of this? Mycelium made of aseptate, cenocytic hyphae. So mycelium is made up of aseptate, cenocytic hyphae. Example is mucor or rhizopus. Okay, and we have seen this fungi commonly growing over the breads, and in fact, even if you see this fungi rhizopus growing over what? The cow dung. So this is the sporangium that it produces. Okay, and then these are the spores, the sporangiophore. This is mucor, the Phycomycetes. Then Ascomycetes are the sac fungi, because the fruiting body is just like the sac. These fungi have unicellular form, yeast. Only yeast is unicellular in this. Okay, rest are multicellular. Okay, rest all the forms are multicellular.